Hello friends, my name is Vineet Arora and you are watching Azure Devops series. In this session, we are going to learn that how we can manage the Azure board work item type, that is epic feature and PBIs, with the help of Excel sheet. Right? In my previous session, as you have seen that how we can do this from the portal, but now we will learn how we will do this with Excel sheet. Let's start. And before starting, let me just request you to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Okay, so these are the work items that we have already created in our previous videos, and this is we have created with the help of this portal, right? So this is our Excel sheet. Here in our Excel sheet, you will get this team tab, right? Let me tell you that you will get this team tab only if you have fulfilled the one requirement out of these two. What are these two requirements? Basically, let me just go to this site. So there are two things: either you need to install the Visual Studio, or you need to install this Azure DevOps Office integration, right? So if you are a developer and you have already installed the Visual Studio, then there is no need to install this Office integration. You will already get this link, this tab, right? But if you are a program manager, or if you are a project manager or Scrum Master, right, in that case you will have to install this. So once you will click on this, you will land here, and here you have this option, Azure DevOps Office Integration 2019. You will just download it and install it, and after the installation you will get this tab. Okay, so once you will get this tab, only this button will be enabled, and you need to click on this new list. Once you will click on the new list, you will have the option to manage the servers, to attach the servers, right? So you will need to click on this server button. I have already added one server to my list. So right, what you need to do, you need to click on this add button, and here you need to add the URL of our Azure DevOps. What we need to do, let me show you. This is my DevOps board, right? So what I will do, I will copy this link till organization name. I will copy this link and I will paste here. Once I will paste here, what will happen? These three apps, these three things will get disabled, right? And we need to click on the OK button. It is saying me that this already exists, so it is not allowing me to further add. So, but yes, you will be able to do this. For example, let me show you here. For example, Avin Technos 0053, right? So if I will do something like this, then a pop-up will come, and you need to add the details, username and password for that. And once we will add the correct username and password, this will get added here. Okay. So once this will get added here, we will get the list of project with respect to this server. We can select this if we have the multiple server, right, configured. So here we will have the list of organization. So although what I will do, I will click on this, and with respect to this organization, I will get the list of projects. So here I have three projects: Demo 01, 02 and Digital Life, right? So let me connect with 01, with which I have already shown you. So let me first click on the cancel here. Let me click on the first tab, right? And then click on the new list and then connect. Once I will connect, it will ask me to have the two options, to choose one, to choose the one option from the two. One is the query list and one is the input list. What we can do here, we can either manage the existing work item, or we can add the new items from the scratch, right? For example, if I don't have anything, or I am going to create a new list, what I will do, I will select this option. Or if I already have created the epics, for example, for my case here, I have already the work items and I need to manage that further. I need to add the further features and PBIs, right? Or I need to update the title as a bulk. So what I will do, I will choose this option as a query list. Let me just show you for the input list. Okay, let me click here. Now I have clicked here. Once I will click here, I will get this type of table, right? First is ID, second is title, third is work item type, state and region. Let me just tell you that how we can manage this. For example, first of all, I need to add the title. For example, this is the, I'm going to create the epic, right? Epic 1, right? and then work item type. Work item type, I need to choose. What is this? This is epic. I have these options: bug, epic, feature. These all work item type which are pre-populated. I just need to select. Here I need to select, I don't need to select the state, right? Because this is the new state I am creating it. So I'm not going to choose this and assign to. If you are looking that, okay, from the initial stage you want to assign this, so the already list of users you will get here, right? So because there's only one user, so that's why this is coming. Okay, the first tab is read only. We can't add this, right? As you can see, this this message is coming as read only. So after this, what I need to do, I will simply go to the Teams, and what I need to do, I need to just click on this button, publish, right? Let me just show you first the Azure board. So you can see that I'm connected with demo 001, right? And there are only 5 epic as of now. Let me just push it. I will push it with the help of publish button. Okay, this is done. Just a click of button. So ID is 95, and let me go here and let me just refresh this page. So you can see that this new epic is coming here, right? Epic 1. And now what we need to do, we need to add the further epics. So what we will do, we will simply add one more epic here, and we will click, we will do the same things as we have done for this string, for this particular line. Okay, now the things come, I need to add further feature on this epic. How we can do this? This is the important thing. So what I need to do, I need to click on this button, add tree level. So here what we will do, we will need to choose the parent-child relationship. Okay, so now you can see that this is something, the structure has been slightly changed, right? Now the second column is coming as a title, and then third column is coming as title 2. So now we are going to add a feature. So that feature is coming as a title 2 under the title 1, right? So feature 1, this is the parent-child relationship. So I am just making it blank. So this means this will treat it as a child of this epic, right? Let me add the feature, right? So this is a new feature. Now if I will publish it, what it will do, it has created an ID. So that means it has saved. Let me just go here and let me just refresh this page. And now you can see that if I will click here, so I have a feature 1 which is associated with this particular epic, right? In a similar way, what I need to do, I need to add further PBI to this feature, right? So what we need to do, let's add one more row here, right? I'll click on insert. Okay, and let me just cut paste here, right? And now this is the further what I am going to do. I am going to create a one more PBI, one PBI. This was a big feature. I will create a PBI that will under the feature. So what should happen then? We should have one more title that is known as title 3. And in a similar way as we have left this space, we need to left this space for the PBI. Okay. So let me just see. Let me just click on this add tree that I have just clicked on add tree. Now I will have the one more item that is title 3. I will add as a PBI 1. I'm not giving a Gen 1 name. I'm just giving a epic 1 feature 1 PBI just for the demonstration purpose, right? And here I will choose the PBI. Now it's done. What I need to do? I need to simply push it. Done. It's just simply a click of button, right? So now you can see that PBI has been created. Okay, so in this way we can manage the board, complete board from the initial stage, right? And you can just simply save this file to further use in your future perspective, right? Okay, now this is the part that we have seen with the help of input. Now what about that situation in which we already have these things, right? We already have this data and we need to manage it from the scratch, or we just need to update the existing entry. So what we need to do, okay, let me show you from here. I am on sheet 2. I have clicked on first tab. I am going to click on new list. Here I need to select a query. right? If I want to get that all the if I want to get all the data which is already available on the board and I need to manage that, I will do this with the help of query list. Okay, so here you can see that there is no query as of now. Either I can these are two default queries, right? Assigned to me and followed work item, but this is not the case because we have the, you can see these are the items which are not assigned to me, so this list will not come here. So for that, what I need to do, I will click on the queries, and here what I will do, I will click on the new query, and here I will simply, you will, if you will find here that if I will run this query, the default query, I will get all the items, right? Although they are not in parent-child relationship, first I am getting a page, then a feature, then PBI, right? I am getting all the items. So what I will do, I will simply save this, and I am renaming as return all work items, and simply saving in my queries folder, right? I have saved it now. Now let me go back to Excel sheet, and then let me click on the new list first once again, and here under the my queries, now you can see that there is a query that I have just created, return all work item, that has been populated. I will choose this and click on OK. Now you can see that all the items which were associated with this query have come here, right? Now what I was telling you, I need to manage all these things from the Excel sheet, but this is very tough to maintain because you can see that first of all we are getting epic, then feature, then PBI. Means all the items are coming as per the ascending order of ID, but there is no relationship of parent child, right? So what we need to do, we need to maintain the parent child relationship, and to do this we have a trick here. It is a very important trick. You just uh, need to do the same thing that I'm going to do. So what I will do, I will click on configure, I will click on list. Once I will click on list, I need to select this option, refresh current work item only. Then I will click on apply. Once I will click on apply, this button add tree level will get enabled. If I will not do this, this button will not get enabled. Let me show you once again, because now this has been enabled. Let me just show you from the sheet 3. I am on this here. I am clicking on new list. I am just connecting with return all work items. Now you can see that under the teams, I can't add the parent child relationship. For doing this, what we need to do, I am just repeating it once again. What I need to do, I need to click on configure and then list, and then need to choose the second option, refresh current work items only, and need to apply. Once I will click on this, these buttons will get enabled. Now what I need to do, I need to click on this add tree level. Once I will click on add tree level, it will say me that boss, you have not the parent child relationship till yet. So you need to convert your table, right? So I will choose this parent child as a by default and will click on the convert, right? Now you can see that complete table has been changed. How it has been changed, let me just show you. What was earlier, now it is. Earlier this was like this, all the work items were in ascending order of IDs, and we had just work item type, title and assigned to. But now it has been further managed in this way, right? We have first epic, and then under that epic we have a feature. Let me show you from here as well. From the backlogs, we have an organization project creation, right? And then we have a feature, that is organization project creation, you can see from here. Then further under that we have a further organization and creation, and these are the PBIs. And you can see that as I have just shown you from my first sheet, from here, that we need to maintain a space. So in a similar way, this is coming, right? We are making this column as a blank. Okay, so now what we can do, we can do the stuff that we want. For example, this was a epic and I want to change this epic. I want to give a Zen1 name. Uh, let's see, we want to give a different name, right? So let's give a name as infra, right? Infra management. right? And under that, what we need to do, we need to maintain the features. For example, the first feature we will do, we will maintain the okay, we will maintain the, let's say, Azure subscription management. This is just I am demonstrating you can create the epics and feature as per your requirement, right? Okay, let me just publish it now. Once I will publish it, it will just simply update. Done. No need to worry. Simply refresh this. Right? This has been updated as infra management, and we have a feature Azure subscription management, and the PBI is still same. So you can assume, like for example, we have hundreds of work items and we have hundreds of PBIs and hundreds of tasks. First of all, we will maintain it in the Excel sheet, and with a single button, single click of this button publish, this will get pushed to our server. Right? How good is this? Okay, and this should you must know this thing as a DevOps engineer, right? Okay, now let me show you one more important thing, that is with respect to the adding more columns. You can see that till now we have just title, right, title one, and we have not other related items. For example, if I will click on the PBI, right, if you can find that we have the further things like description. I can also do this thing, I can add the description from this Excel sheet as well, right? We have the further column like start date, target. We can manage all these things from the Excel sheet. So for that, what we need to do, we will click on this we have a button here that is called as column, this one, choose column. If I will click on the choose column, and as per the work item types, I can add the columns, because each work item type has a different columns. Like there are some columns which are common, but there may be some columns which are different, which are unique to a particular feature or particular work item type, right? Okay, so I am on the feature, and I was demonstrating you. Okay, this is my feature, and I need to set the effort, right? So let me add the effort. So I will just effort, I will click, I will select this. Now this is here. I can manage the order. I want that effort should come after the title, right? And then I will simply click on OK. Once I will click on OK, this column is coming here, right? And this is getting pre-populated with the values that we already had, right? And we are watching Azure subscription management. This is 96, and this is our Azure subscription management. Let me add effort here, let's say 10, right? And let me update this as a 15. So with the help of this Excel sheet, we will just do it at one place, and we will simply click on publish, right? We don't need to go again and again. Okay, I'm just publishing it. It's done. Let me just refresh. This done. Effort is coming 10 for this Azure subscription management that I had just added it. Perfect. Okay. So in this way, we can add the columns here. From the choose column, we can add these things, right? If you want to, if you have a further column which is specific to a work item type, we will simply select that and add the work items. Okay. This was about the Excel sheet. Now, in the initial stage, I also talked about the comma separated values, right? If we want to manage it with the comma separated values, that the same thing can come from the query list itself, but that is a tedious process. Let me just show you from the queries. Here, if you will run this query, then we have the option to export these things, right? And from the triple dot, and we can export to CSV. Once we will export this CSV, let me show you how it will look like. It will look like this, right? So first of all, we will have ID 1, 2, 3 in the same order we will get, but this is very tough to manage, right? The tedious process. What I will do, I will manage this from the CSV file. It will become very complex. So the better thing is to do it by the Excel sheet. Okay. So this was the demonstration about the management of work item from the Excel sheet. Let me just tell you the two more important things. Even these important things are here itself. What we can do and what we can't do, right? So these are the things we can do. We can manage these things, right? We can add tags, and we can add the description here. But the important thing that we can't do with respect to this, for example, we have this Excel sheet, we have this data, right? Let me show you from this epic feature, and something which is in HTML format, which in, for example, these are the HTML format. For example, let me just show you, uh, let me go to the backlog, and here about the feature, right? So I am writing here, this is the description, right? And I am making it as bold, right? And I'm saving it. Okay, so now this is in bold. That means this is coming as a rich text HTML format that we can't manage it. If we will get this value itself in the column, but we will not be in situation to have it in a similar way. From this Excel sheet, we can just simply publish it in a plain HTML, plain text format without doing any HTML things, right? So let me just demonstrate you quickly. I will click on the choose column, and this is the feature. So under the feature, let me just select the description I am adding here. Let me manage this. Okay, and I am clicking on OK, right? So you can see this, right? Under this, where it is coming, this is coming under Azure Subscription Management. So Azure Subscription Management here, let me refresh this, right? After refreshing, it is coming, this is the description. Got it? Now, but you can see that this is not in bold. This is here in bold. Even if I will try to publish it, what it will say me that, boss, this is an HTML text that you have used. And then once you will commit it, this will not be as that, right? Let me click on yes, right? And let me just refresh this page. Okay, so this has not been refreshed. Let me just add this. Okay. Right? Okay. I need to select the no, but I earlier I selected the yes. That's why this is not coming. Okay. Now let me publish it, and let me just refresh this. This was Azure Subscription Management. Let me choose this. Now you can see that has no more with us. This is not in bold, right? So this is one of the limitations that we can't do. There's a one more important limitation that we can't do with the help of this Excel sheet, that is deletion. We can't delete it, right? For example, this is the ID, right? This is because this is the read only, right? If I will try to delete it, this will not get deleted. So we can't delete any work item from here. This is a limitation of this Excel sheet. Okay, if you want to add more things, so these are the, we can't delete the we can't change the work item type. For example, this is the PBI, right? And if you want to change it, we can't do, because this is also the work item. Once a work item has been created, we can't change this. Change this in the sense we can't change its type. We can't change PBI to epic. We can't change PBI to feature. We can't do that thing, right? We can't move the work item from another project. Okay, we can't do the thing with respect to test cases. So these are the things that you can just go through. Okay, so I'm done for this session, and let's meet for another session with a very important, further important topic. Till now, bye bye. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.